today's video, we venture into the heart of accountability. Brace yourselves as we dive deeper into the remarkable stories of when bad cops find themselves on the other side of the courtroom, facing the consequences of their own actions. First up, on 15th of February 2018, 28-year-old Deputy Zach Wester of the Jackson County Sheriff's Office pulled over 52-year-old grandmother Teresa Odom in Marianna, Florida, because her vehicle brake lights were allegedly flicking on and off at a fast pace.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Should I turn in here to get off?
You're fine, you're fine. Deputy Westwood, Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Reason for my stop is your brake lights.
Yes, sir.
They work 1 minute, and the next minute they don't work, and then a few seconds later they just flash, okay?
So it's probably because of the rain.
Okay, that's fine. You got your driver's license on you, ma'am?
I just got tickets the other day. I'll be glad to show
Oh,
them
did
to
you?
you.
No, you're fine. All right, thank you. I'll be right back.
My truck may or may not start. When I turn it off, you may have to push me off, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Okay. Do you need to turn it off? Do you have to turn it off?
It'd probably be better.
Okay.
I'm on a hard time with it as it is.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If
Can
we
I
can
answer my phone?
Yeah. You can answer your phone. I'm just trying to think what's going to be best for. What is that right there?
What is what?
That right there.
What is what? This?
That straw right there.
This is no straw. It's an ink pen.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
an ink pen.
It was connected. It looked like it was
No
connected
straw.
to that arc.
Hey,
Just
I
hang
just
tight,
got
okay?
pulled over the car.
Man, you see my hip give out right then? Good Lord.
Look,
All
you
right.
just don't even need to know. I've been at the hospital with an
My
84-year-old
God.
uncle all day long for 3 days.
Okay.
Now, so I'm expecting anything at this point.
That would be. Yeah, I hope everything turns out good with that. All right.
It did. It did.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. I'm
It
sorry.
did. And I'm waiting on Dr. Albrecht to call me. That was another thing I was fixing to tell you.
Okay.
If Dr. Albrecht calls,
That's
may I
fine.
answer his call?
That ain't no problem. I don't care. Yeah, I'm not going to keep you from talking on the phone, okay? Anything in the vehicle I need to be concerned about? Bombs, hand grenades,
Drugs,
rocket launchers?
no.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Here's what I do probably 10 or 15 times a shift, okay? There's going to be a K9 coming in a minute, and she's going to walk around the car, okay? But instead of doing that, would you consent to a search of your vehicle? You're fine with that? Okay. All right. You mind stepping out and just hanging out with this deputy right back here?
No, I don't. I'm scared of being in this traffic. To be
No,
honest.
Deputy Hayke will take care of you.
After pleasantly informing Teresa that a canine is on the way, Deputy Wester sneakily manages to get consent to search her vehicle, knowingly that he's about to destroy her life.
Because I have faith that he would prefer to get over. All right, just hang tight, myself.
According to the brother of David, neither he nor his brother Franklin walked.
Miss Odom.
It is yogurt, sir.
I know. Okay.
It's yogurt.
How about this, though?
That is not mine. No, sir.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you any
No,
direct, hold on.
sir.
I'm not going to ask you any direct questions. I'm going to read you your rights first, okay? So just hang out with Deputy Hayke here.
What is it?
I have an idea. We're going to test it, though, okay? I don't know.
Oh
but-
no, Teresa, you're going to jail.
Yep.
What about my truck?
I'm going to have to tow it, okay, since it's a narcotics felony arrest, okay?
They saying they gonna tow my truck, baby.
Here, you just want to put your phone and your sunglasses in your purse here, and we'll make sure all this gets to the jail.
After falsely planting the drugs in innocent Miss Odom's car and claiming that he found it next to a spoon, she was placed under arrest for 19 days and charged with the possession of narcotics.
Now, the white small plastic baggie that was in that spoon that the deputy just showed you on this video, had you ever seen that before?
No, sir.
Was that in your car?
No, sir.
The drugs were there. I did not put the narcotics there.
In August 2018, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement initiated an investigation into Deputy Wester's conduct and found that he was involved in about 300 cases for routinely pulling over citizens for minor traffic infractions, planting drugs in their vehicles, and arresting them. After still insisting on lying to the judge, in July 2021, Mr. Wester was owned by the court as he was sentenced to 12.5 years in prison for these convictions. Next up, we have the relentless DUI defense lawyer Larry Foreman, who takes the stage. He cross-examined a law enforcement officer who had audaciously slapped his client with a DUI charge without any supporting video or concrete evidence, and what unfolds next is nothing short of remarkable and somewhat embarrassing for the officer.
So, NHTSA also puts out several follow-up trainings. Have you completed any of those since 2007 with regards to DUI detection and enforcement? Any refresher courses?
We do the training with the Intoxilizer every 2 years where we certify on that. The only required training that we have is just what we complete there at the CAT Training Academy.
Okay, let's back up just for a minute. So the training you just mentioned, the training that you redo every 2 years, that only has to do with the Intoxilizer machine, correct?
Yes.
That's just how to operate it, make sure that you're certified, you're up to date on all the snuff.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Has nothing to do with going on the street and conducting field sobriety tests.
No.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So basically, what I'm hearing you say, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you have not had any supplemental DUI training since 2007, 2008.
No.
Okay. Now, during your training in 2007, 2008, one of the things that you were taught as a future police officer is how to write citations,
Yes.
right? Citations are important because they document what happened with this particular case,
Yes.
right? And so you were taught that they must be accurate,
Yes.
complete,
Yes.
and truthful,
Yes.
right? Those are the three core principles.
Yes.
Because in the future, people would rely on the citation, on the information that you included in the citation, correct?
Correct.
Like here we are today.
As Larry Foreman grills him with precision, watch as the very lack of knowledge of his training seems to waver in the spotlight of the courtroom.
Let's move on to the next test, which, please clarify for me because I'm a little confused. I think you testified to the one-leg stand after, but in your citation there, you have the walk and turn next and then the one-leg stand, so which is it?
I believe we may have did the one-leg stand next.
So the one-leg stand was second after the horizontal gaze
I believe
establishment.
so. I believe so.
If you don't remember, it's okay to say, I don't remember.
I believe that that's the order that we went in. Was
You
on this.
believe, but you don't know for certain.
I'm pretty certain.
You're pretty certain. Okay. So on the one-leg stand, how many clues are there?
We're basically just looking to see anyone that keeps their arms down their side. They're given instruction to raise either foot of their choice approximately 6 inches off the ground, toe pointed out, and they're to count out loud. We look for approximately 30 seconds. And basically just looking to see if they can follow those instructions.
Are you aware that there is a standardized National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration manual that you learned from in 2007, 2008 that looks for exactly 4 clues? Do you not remember those clues?
Naming them specifically, I can't name them specifically from the book. I give instruction to the test, and what clues that they show after taking that test is what I document.
But your testimony here today is you do not have them by memory? You don't remember
I
the
don't
clues?
have them specifically from the book by memory, no.
Okay.
Moving on, we got the sentencing of former local sheriff Charlie Reeder, who appears before Judge Patricia Cosgrove at the Pike County Courthouse in Waverly, Ohio, for pleading guilty to 2 counts of theft and tampering with evidence.
Your Honor, I stand here before you today to take accountability for my actions. As a sheriff of Ohio, I shed, excuse me, I shed bad light on the office of sheriff. I can only ask that my staff, their families, the community, and my family who is here today will forgive me for the undue stress I caused them. For this, I am terribly sorry. I stood in this court on September 24th and pled guilty to the charges against me, to accept responsibility for my conduct. That day, within minutes, everything that I'd worked for professionally and honorably for 25 years was stripped of me, with nobody to blame but myself. My staff and I had united with the community and had a partnership and trust. And they truly believed in us as a unit, as a whole. And I betrayed that trust. If I could go back and change it, I would 1,000,000 times.
There's another box of Kleenex in here.
For this is not who I am.
Officer Charlie then continues to express remorse for his crimes.
I have, and I now pray that the court will find mercy on me. And I beg the court, if they see fit, to grant me community control, even with the strictest sanctions that I have proven to this court in the past 2.5 years that I can abide by. I am a good person who made bad decisions and choices.
After reflecting on the gravity of his actions, Reeder pleads with the judge, his voice trembling with remorse, to consider the impact that prison would have on his family.
I can continue to be a productive citizen in this county and be in the community with the love that I have for my family, my friends, and my neighbors. I'm asking all this so that I have the opportunity to watch my son graduate from high school and attend college this year. My daughter, who's getting married in October, so that I can be there for her. And my wife, so that I can be a husband that I haven't been in 25 years due to my career. I've just not been there. Given the opportunity, I would be able to spend the time with my mother and my father and continue to be there for them when they need me. In the last years of their lives, as I've experienced this week with my dad, when 2 days ago I thought that I had lost him. Your Honor, please do not send me to prison. I have roamed, but I'm not ruined. I still have a lot of good left in me. I thank you for your time.
After absorbing every word that fell from Rita's lips, Judge Cosgrove leaned forward, her eyes filled with anticipation, and poses a question that hangs heavy in the courtroom's atmosphere.
The big question I have, and is on everyone's mind, I'm assuming, is why did you cut open these evidence envelopes and take the money out, and then in some cases you put it back, although you were caught because the envelopes had been unsealed and sealed again improperly, and the denominations did not match what was taken at the crime scene or from those individuals. I guess, why did you take the money?
I took the money, and mind you, this does not excuse it, but from drug dealers that took it from parents of very poor people in this county.
According to Rita, much of the money he stole found its way into charities in the community, but there was evidence that he built up a trail of mounting gambling debts, and Judge Cosgrove didn't feel sympathetic for this officer.
You've been in law enforcement for 24 years. We all choose our profession, and we have to conduct ourselves with integrity so that everyone trusts us. It cannot be underestimated, the damage that you have caused to the citizens of Pike County, to law enforcement who every day get up, face the same sort of stresses that you do. They go all home at night, they get up in the morning. The sacrifices that these men and women make, I think you made a mockery of them.
Charlie Rita was sentenced to 3 years in prison and no longer serves as an officer of the law. Next up, we have a 46-year-old defendant who was allegedly guilty for driving under the influence, Lisette Gonzalez, whose attorney made a final plea to Judge Fred Schott in a Seminole County courtroom 2 months after her arrest.
Your Honor, not enough evidence presented for the jury to find the verdict that they did. They didn't do all the field sobriety examinations that should have been done.
As the trial unfolded, a revelation emerged from the shadows. Gonzalez had never undergone a breathalyzer test or had her blood drawn, yet shockingly, the arresting officer, Michael Wagner, had meticulously documented in his official report that she had tested above the legal limit.
I respectfully ask that this court grant the judgment notwithstanding the verdict.
This isn't a purely circumstantial case, and so I'm going to deny the motion for JOA. Now, we have this other case for driving while license suspended. I want to be enlightened.
It was a mistake, admittedly, by Michael Wagner.
I know.
He testified to that today.
He caused her to have her driver's license suspended for at least a few months for nothing. So are you going to null process that case? Or am I going to get mad at you today?
Now watch as the judge gets heated up with the cop's lawyer because of Officer Wagner's unprofessional mistake.
Wait a minute. Did you hear the uncontroverted testimony of this officer?
Your Honor.
Then I want you taking him up on perjury.
Your Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely
citation.
not, Your Honor, and that is not true.
I'm dismissing. I am dismissing this charge. No, I'm dismissing the charge. This whole case was fishy, and I have no idea how they. You know what?
Their address on file.
You know what?
The state intends to amend
I'm granting.
the charge and proceed on
I'm rescinding the sentence. I'm granting the JOA. I'm granting the JOA in fairness.
In fairness, because you don't like the state's decision today, Your Honor, on the case?
No, you're not. Now that I consider what Officer Wagner testified to and how many times he basically tripped over himself just to arrest this lady with no real probable cause. You're done. Motion, the JOA is granted.
And you're not going to provide a written order on that?
Nope. You want to appeal me? Appeal me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The case should have never been done. Never.
Thank you for letting us know that, Your Honor.